edition. We are live right here. That's where the rocket went off. If you look right behind me, that's it right there. Boom. That is where Orlando is. That's where they shot him off from. Sun is shining bright today. Oh, yeah. Got my wrestling shirt on. Got a lot of state championship going on this weekend in high school wrestling. So, pretty big deal, man. Excited about it. Yes, sir. How are you this morning? You were on one amazing podcast I got to check out last night. Give me the name of that podcast.
It's my great friends, Ian Tatum, Ian Rapinick, the Counter Culture Podcast.
That was their 5th episode, and I'm not sure if they were ready for you, brother. But man,
MK
smoke
is in the house.
Good.
MK, I brought in my bling bling.
Coach, what is that? A Casio? A Timex? What do you got there? What are you rocking?
It's a Citizen. It's a Citizen.
The best you
Let me
Bill's outlet.
Yeah. I mean, it's the best you can buy at Chico's Bail Bonds, dude. And it's a pawn shop.
Southside Plaza.
Chris Mitchell. Chris Mitchell in the house. MK. What's up? Hey, look, I kind of made this an easy question since I did 3 podcasts yesterday. And the one was with the coach from United States Coast Guard Academy. And his book, it had a pretty simple question that it was trying to answer. So that was our question for today. And that is, what is the meaning of life?
It's a good question. That is a good question. What is the meaning of life, Coach?
I don't know. I'm waiting for you. Just here, man. I'm just here. I mean, I'm in Tucker's psychiatric facility later today, man. They got Thorazine ready for me.
Well, I don't know what the whole meaning of life is. I think you focus on the little things, focus on the details, because at the end of the day, those little things are going to be huge, and especially over a long period of time. The little things you do every single day over a long period of time dictate your lifestyle and everything you're going to end up being. You keep making little bad choices over a long time, they're going to add up. And vice versa, you keep making good decisions every single day, even the small decisions. Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I, when I finish shopping for my groceries, should I just leave this cart right here beside my car so the next person can get out of their car and move it? No, I should walk over there and put it where I got it from. You never know. Maybe you leave it there and the next person hits it and it hits another car and it just has a cycle of bad mojo. And guess what? The bad mojo is going to come back and it's going to get you. So, yeah, man, I think too is, when you've gone through tough situations and you've gotten yourself out of it, however you have, leave footprints, leave a blueprint, help the next person that might be going through that same or a similar situation. I think that is a good life lesson. Throw a friend a rope, man. Throw a friend a rope, especially if they look like they're drowning or they're bobbing up and down. Because hey, you said it, Coach. Stuff hits in waves, man. It hits in waves. Especially depression. Depression hits in waves, and you just got to weather it. Keep your head above water and realize, that brighter days are on the way. You know what I mean? Sometimes you might feel trapped in the darkness, but just realize, man, that it's like putting a postage stamp, putting it in the mail. Good things are on the way. But yeah, man, you saw that movie and it was very, very motivating to you. I can tell,
I'm
and
gonna
it
see it again today.
brought in some good emotions, some good vibes, man. And that's the thing about Bob Marley. The Legend album is one of my favorites. It's one that you can
Yeah,
put in.
but the Legend album really ain't an album. It's the greatest hits, dude. Exodus is his greatest album. Exodus is legit, dude. From the beginning to end.
Yeah, man. That legend, that greatest hits, that's exactly what that is, man. You put that in
Yeah, I mean,
from the beginning. Yes, sir. Absolutely. But you did
when are you gonna
four.
see it?
You did four yesterday, Coach. We did two. You did one with Coach. You
I
did
did
one with
4
two coaches.
podcasts.
Yeah, man. You did four yesterday. I'm counting. Keeping tabs on you.
What's my record? 6?
The record is 6. Yes, sir.
6 in one day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm the only one stupid enough to do that.
Yeah. Tucker's. Hey, I gotta answer this. It's Tucker's. They're asking about you, Coach. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
No,
they have
no.
a bed ready for me. They have a rubber room. The rubber room is not bad, man. The rubber room is there to protect you from yourself.
From
All
yourself.
right, that's right, man. I mean, what's the meaning of life? I mean, people. Dang, 4 podcasts yesterday, MK. Yeah, and you were there for all of them. That's why we love you. It's like you're almost here with us. It's like you're doing the podcast with us. I mean, 45 people watching, man. 45 people like and subscribe to Totem Pole Nation. We're the
Thank you.
low man on the totem pole. We are your source for sports. We are your source for the unexpected. All right. We are always, what is our saying? We are the unconventional. We are the unexpected. We are the undeniably entertaining.
Coach, let me ask you this. If you could you share a story with us? You talk about protect that, at Tucker's, they protect you from yourself. Can you tell us the story about Uncle Chuck when he got in the big pile up in football?
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite stories. Talk about a great storyteller.
Yeah. My dad played football before they wore face masks. And some people believe they should take the face masks off of
Wow.
the helmets today, and that would protect the players more. Because if you look, Coach McNally, he doesn't have a nose.
No, he
That
doesn't.
was 1 year ago. One
Wow.
year ago, yesterday, he showed his nose to the world. That's what it's like for playing for Buddy Ryan. But my dad played before face masks. They're from the same era. Throw the bone. I mean, think about that. You throw the bone to hit a guy right in the face. I mean, it's basically it's a street fight, dude. I mean, with a ball. Um, and the guy blows the whistle, or maybe he don't blow a whistle. You go to the dudes on the ground. All right, so they're in a pile. He's probably playing nose guard. Here's the position my dad said he played. Wherever they needed him, wherever they had the baddest man lined up, that's where he lined up.
Wow.
And his one job was to go get the guy off the ball. That was his key. That was his key. Coach, what do I key? What do I look at? Go get the guy off the ball. I mean, it's almost common sense. All right, so they're in a pile, and he's in this pile up, and he sees this calf, and it's just like big, nice, juicy calf. It's a dude's leg. So what does he think? I'm gonna take a big chomp out of this dude's calf, this guy's leg. After he bites into the calf, he realizes he's biting his own leg. He must have been contorted in the pile to where, I don't know, dude. This is a different day and age. I mean, this was a different game than they were playing. My dad says that his coach told him, you guys can put your pads away. We're not going to put on the pads until halftime. And then one time they beat a team by 21 points and they had to walk 20 miles home from Pound. I mean, one time they had to play a team from Lynch, Kentucky, and the guys that rolled out of that rolled out of the coal mines. I think they had just came back from World War II, and they were like 25 years old, and they were still black from the coal dust. And he said they had a hellacious team, dude. I mean, I'm surprised that happened. I am too. It's almost like a fable. It's almost like a story. It's almost like it's not true, but is it? What's the meaning of life? Well, in the movie One Love about Robert Nesta Marley, Bob, the Rastaman, the old Rastaman tells him that in order to find the message, you must search. So, dude, people are looking for love in all the wrong places. People are looking for love in all the wrong places. People can't even tell you what love is. You know, if you're a kid or you had a parent or somebody that took care of you and loved you, you know what love is. Well, however you feel about your mama or your grandmama, that's what love is. And I always tell my players, our players, like, dude, you think you love a girl? You think you're in love? Until you feel about that person the same way you feel about your mama, that ain't love. You know,
Wow.
you got two moms and you love them both. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Having a wife is like having another mom. I wonder what he means about that, coach. Well, you got to be home at a certain time. Get home before it's dark. I'm cooking dinner. Do what you're told. You got to conform at some time. You can't always be counterculture. Ah, man. Yeah, love, man. Love. And we know where love comes from. Our creator, man. So, I mean, we're not so smart that we're stupid. We're a totem pole. We're the low man on the totem pole. See? That's us. We're right there.
How about Coach? How about this? A wise man once asked, "What is the meaning of life?" And he
Mm-hmm.
replied, "Life itself has no meaning. Life is a opportunity to create meaning."
Mm. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what Bob Marley did. I mean, yeah, man, it's a part. I think that might even be in the movie, something about that.
Yeah,
Like
man.
he lived a life that was worth meaning. Like he was the real deal, man. He was the real deal.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
that's why we're still talking about him today, and why there's just made a movie about him.
Heck yeah, brother. I'm a big fan of Tony Robbins, man, and he tells a story that, he got a guy, he was friends with a gentleman that got in a horrific car accident, and the guy basically had his limbs chopped, his face smashed, legs gone, everything. And, the guy just didn't want to go on. And him and Tony went on a boating trip. And, you know, Tony wanted to go skiing, and he said, "Well, look, how about you get back there and do it?" And the guy said, "Oh, I can't do it." And he was like, "Why can't you?" And the guy said, "Well, I'll give it a try." And dude, they put him back there. They tied him up and everything. They put a life vest on him. Dude, he was basically dragging the bottom of the ocean. The guy had more fun after the accident than he had ever had in his whole life, man. He finally started living, when he realized that
Yeah,
that he had
his
nothing else.
days were numbered.
Yeah, he had nothing else he could do. So he
There
started.
you go. MK's dropping some wisdom. Forget what hurt you, but never forget what it taught you. Shannon Alden. I like that movie, Antoine Fisher, who cries for the little boy. That's a sweet poem, man. That's a sweet poem, man. I had so much fun yesterday, man, with those guys. Like on the Counterculture podcast, Ian Tatum, one of our first
What a guy, man.
viewers. Yeah.
What a guy.
What's up, Ms.
Very proud of him, man.
Peg? Meet
Morning.
military love. Hey, there is nothing like the United States military. You know, my dad was a Marine, but man, I'm glad they're on our side. Because to quote Toby Keith, we will light up your world like the 4th of July. I got one more. Go ahead, MK. Give it to us. We can learn from you. We're learning. We're not teaching. Right? Yes. Yes. Like, let me pull up the words to the Star Spangled Banner. Like, someone said that the Star Spangled Banner is the only national anthem that's basically talking junk. It's basically saying like, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in the air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh yeah. Uh, uh. Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, or the ramparts we watched were so gallantly yet streaming? Yeah. Oh, say, does that star spangled banner yet wave, or the land of the free and the home of the brave? Hey, coach, getting on TikTok and going live, like, dude, I've met so many cool people, man. Like this kid I met from Daytona, Florida, Daytona Beach. I told him I spent a week there one night. He was telling me that he makes music and he's just retired from the Navy and 6 years in. And like, I told him that I was the most penalized coach of all time. And he was like, how does that happen? He's like, are you cussing out the officials? And I was like, dude, look it up. Gene Steratore. Like, dude, him and his buddy were laughing so hard. They thought that was so funny that, that Gene Steratore made that video. There is nothing wrong, MK, with dreaming, but there's everything wrong with dreaming without any intention to make it a reality. Wow.
Man, MK is bringing the knowledge, man. I like this, man. I like that. We got you thinking, and you got us thinking, man. That's what it's all about.
Yes.
That's what it's all
MK is killing it. MK is killing it today, man.
about.
MK, I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
You
we
learned
got,
about Mahatma Gandhi. Yes. Hunger strikes.
you ever tried,
Mahatma Gandhi, he was
Coach?
the real deal.
Have you ever tried fasting?
Yes.
It's
Yes. Yeah. I went 2 days, like probably about a month ago.
cool, man. I mean, that's really
Without
body. It's crazy how good it is for the body, man.
Yeah, 3 days is the real deal. Like 3 days totally resets your body.
Yeah, man.
It teaches you um, how to deal with hunger. It teaches you. You're a kid. Kids don't need a fast, but like it teaches you discipline. I mean, almost every religion fasts, not just for the the body's benefits, but for the mind and the soul's benefits. But it
Oh,
just teaches you, dude. Like we've been taught that we're supposed to eat all the time. Like, dude, they went from okay, you need to eat breakfast, you need 3 meals a day, to we need to spread it out to 5 to 7 meals a day.
and then
Like,
it's
dude, that was a
yeah,
hustle.
yeah. And I've
That
seen
was a hustle.
yeah.
No, God did not intend you to work a 9 to 5. I thought about that and I was like, he's got a point, man. Like, he's got a point.
Right.
Like, we're supposed to work a 9 to 5. Like, and we weren't intended to eat 5 to 7 times a day, man. We weren't intended to eat cereal, Fruity Pebbles, McDonald's.
How about this, Coach?
Yeah.
The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away.
Mm-hmm. John Wooden's got a great poem about that, man. About love is nothing until you give it away.
That's
A
coaching, brother.
gift is just a gift. Yeah, a gift is just a gift until you give it away. Love is just love until you give it away. John Wooden was the GOAT, man. He was the GOAT. I bet you Bill Walton and Lou Alcindor, I bet you there's even some guys that weren't famous basketball players that would love to talk about John Wooden.
Without a doubt.
Like even Bo Bridges, Jeff Bridges' brother. Dude, I just recently watched an old school movie that you probably watched a long time ago, The Big Lebowski.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's a good one.
The dude, he's the dude. And he goes with the flow. He realizes he ain't in control of this. Like
Right.
it's like crazy, man, that story, like what they did with that whole movie, man. And
Coach,
like basically
go ahead.
well, I was just saying, like in the movie, it's like based off of like a 1920s detective film with like Humphrey Bogart, but they flip the roles between the men and the women. The women are the ones who are like the Humphrey Bogarts. Being honest with yourself is the highest form of self-respect. If you're not feeling something, don't do it. Man, MK needs to have a podcast. MK, when you get to be 21, we're gonna hire you. You probably already be a podcaster.
Coach, do you have Siri at your house?
Do I have what?
Siri?
I mean, I got Siri in my Apple all the time.
Yeah, that would be one.
Siri's in my. You talking about Alexa?
Yep, Siri or Alexa. Ask
Yeah,
them what
I have Siri on my Apple phone all the time, and then I
answer.
have Amazon.
Oh man. Uh-oh. You say that, they'll start answering you, brother. Check this
Oh
out.
yeah.
Siri, what's the meaning of life?
We have the same phone. Dude, go listen to the guy that created that phone. Go listen to his 15-minute speech that he gave. We need to do a podcast on that. That's probably what we'll talk about tomorrow. The 15-minute speech that he gave at Stanford to the people graduating, like, and what he said and what he'd been through. It's crazy, man. Yeah, that's what we'll talk about tomorrow. We'll talk about Steve Jobs tomorrow. Since I mean, we tackled the meaning of life today, but we're so blessed, man. The Lord's been good to us, man. But be a blessing to others. If you want to be blessed, be a blessing to others. And I had a guy tell me yesterday that this other dude was telling the Fellowship of Christian Athletes that he didn't think this other guy was a good Christian. Well, dude, go listen to Mother Teresa and go listen to Haile Selassie, who was an Ethiopian Orthodox Christian. Like, dude, they said that they are the most unworthy. They're not claiming to be good because they know themselves. They're honest with themselves. They're a human being. To take away someone's mistakes is to take away their humanity. Because nobody's perfect, other than, depending on what religion you are. But, man, podcast, life lessons, Totem Pole Nation, Coach Bald. Coach Bald, what do you think about those new hats? The red, white, and blue.
All for it, man. Let's go. Too warm here.
And you don't
Even
you don't
windbreak.
wear a windbreaker. What if it's raining? What do you wear?
I wear a life jacket with a whistle.
Well, we might have to get I might have to get you some tank tops,
Dude, I
dude.
tell you about the time we had one of the big hurricanes that was supposed to hit here. I went up and gassed
Not
up.
yet. No, MK. MK, we do not have new hats yet. I just
So check.
texted my guy about getting some. It takes a while, and then it takes a while for them to get paid. But first, we get the hats. They get paid when they get paid. They'll get paid the next time we want to order hats. What were you saying about the hurricane, man?
Yeah, man, we were supposed to be a bad hurricane here, and I went up to the local gas station just to gas up, and I just threw on a life vest, and you should have seen the people looking at me like, "Oh my gosh, this dude knows something. What the hell is going on?"
Dude, you should do it today. You should do it. Wear a life vest today. Did you? Are you gonna go to the warehouse? Are you gonna? Do you know how to do a live? Live and just start it.
That's it. Coach me up, coach. Yeah, I think I'm going. I'm going to the warehouse today, man. Check out some cards. So I wanted to do that, but yeah, man, hook up with me after this so you can coach me up on that. I want to knock that out.
Yeah.
Knock that out the park. Gonna be a good
All
one.
right. Shout out our sponsors, man.
Huge shout out to our sponsor, St. Pete Rejuvenate. We are changing lives, making people feel better. The IV hydration therapy is humongous, especially if you're feeling any kind of flu-like symptoms. Luckily, Coach is feeling better. He was under the weather a couple of weeks ago for a couple of weeks. If he would have been close, we would have hooked him up. We can hook you up. Also, if you're suffering from depression or chronic pain, the ketamine infusion is a big time game changer. The insurance companies are not funding it. You know why? Because it's actually curing people. That's why.
Mm.
So yeah, you got to come out of pocket,
Wow.
unfortunately. But there are super bills that are helping, giving you a discount on that. So look into that, or we can look into that for you. But yeah, check us out, St. Pete Rejuvenate. And yeah, man, huge shout out to all our other sponsors, man. Are we still on with Sideline Design? What's going on with those guys, man?
Sideline design. I haven't been making many designs.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I haven't done many podcasts. Yeah. But yes, we still have. The hat looks nice. The blue one's $20. Get to work, Coach Taylor.
Ooh.
MK, don't buy no hats off of that website. You get the little tiny logo. All right, it's about this big. It's like Coach's red hat. This is the real deal. Okay, this is the real deal. Holyfield, Totem Pole. Brandon Toms, get to work. Brandon Toms, we don't start till 8:30, and we go take field trips to see One Love, Bob Marley, and then we're heading to your hometown. Is Coach Mills and Brandon Toms gonna be in the house in Charlotte, North Carolina? That makes me feel like Ric Flair, man. In Charlotte, North Carolina, on Friday night. Woo!
Yeah, man. Hey, The Rock is doing a biop. He's producing or
What does that mean? Someone's gonna have to play his part?
Basically, they're doing a Ric Flair movie. And they're gonna find somebody. Hopefully they find somebody better than they found in the Von Erich movie. I don't know. Have you seen that yet, Coach?
Mm-mm.
I think you could purchase it for $20 and have it at your house now. You know, but do that, man.
Yeah, I will.
Show the little fella the Iron Claw because that was the great thing about our time, man. You could go home and watch ESPN, and there'd be pro wrestling at 4 o'clock when you got off school. It was great.
Yes, it was. Cactus Jack.
The '80s were one of the greatest times of all time.
X-Pac.
Oh, this was way before they were.
Yeah, I remember the Von Erichs, Kerry Von Erich and them. But we love y'all, man. We'll hit y'all up later today, all right?
To the next episode.